Everything I've ever done, I did it with fear in my heart. From the moment I stepped foot in the cage, from the moment I stepped foot in the gym, for the moment I started this podcast, it was all fear. But that fear drove me to do something that I never thought I could do, that I never thought I would do. It put me in a position to where I can see myself being the best at it though. So when I say I built my empire based on fear, I knew how it feels to be homeless, and I knew I didn't want to see that again. I knew how it feels to lose my job. I knew I didn't want to see that again. I knew how it feels not to have food in the house, and I knew I didn't want to see that again. Fear. And then people tell me, oh, you got to think positive. You can't think that way. You don't understand. My fear is my drive. It's not that I'm being negative. It's that I know how it feels to go back to something over and over and over. And one thing I feared the most was success. And that's what held me back though. The success is what held me back. Because I told myself, I don't know how I would feel if I were rich. I don't know how I would act if I had a mansion, if I had a Lamborghini or anything in that nature. I didn't know how I would react if I had these things. So I pushed myself back. I held myself back. I sabotaged myself. That's the only bad part about fear, is when you sabotage yourself, because you're afraid. You're afraid to be that big name. At one point, I was afraid to be that big name, and until I started walking around, everyone like, oh, that's Bully. Oh, that's Bully. Oh, what's up, Bully? How you doing, Bully? It's like now it's normal to me that people knows my name. It's normal for me to walk around and somebody's watching my videos. It's normal for me to walk around. I'm becoming comfortable with being successful. Because if one person, just one person, watches my videos and they come to me and they talk to me about it, I know I made it. In my eyes, I made it. Because somebody's there, they're approaching me, they're coming to me and they're talking to me about the videos that I've made. Whether they agree with it or they don't agree with it, it's the fact that they're tuned in to me. So I challenge you today to do something that you were once afraid to do. I challenge you to do something that you thought you could never do. I challenge you to do something that held you back, or that you felt like held you back. I challenge you. But you got to make that challenge personal. You got to make it for you. You can't do it because Bully said do it. You got to do it because you want to do it. You need to do it. You have to. But fear, I built my empire based off of fear. Even making this video, I was very fearful of making this video. Like, bro, like, is anybody going to watch? Is anybody going to tap in? And then that other voice told me, like, who the hell cares? As long as one person is watching, that one person will go a long way. That'll take you a long way, because it's the word of mouth. There's always going to be one person out there looking forward to hearing your voice. There's going to be one person out there looking forward to seeing your face. You never know who day you're going to make just by doing what you set out to do. It can be content. It can be boxing, it can be MMA, it can be training, it can be racing, it can be college, it can be whatever you want it to be. Somebody out there is looking up to you, and I had to accept that. There's a lot of people looking up to me. Set your fears to the side as far as not doing it. But utilize that fear to do it. Because you only get 24 hours in a day. And if you're only using 8 hours out of that day to work for the man and go home to do nothing, you already lost. You already lost. So I challenge you to get up off your ass and do something that benefits you, and that's going to change your life forever. Because it could be this one video right here, this moment, that's going to make you understand or help you understand that sometimes you only do get one shot. I built based off fear. I know how it feels to be homeless. I know how it feels to not have food. I know how it feels not to have a car. I know how it feels to be single for so long. I know how it feels to be hurt. I know how it feels to go through traumatic shit, bro. My whole life was built off of trauma. And I utilized that trauma. Not for the greater bad, but for the greater good. Build off your pain. Utilize it. Because there is somebody out there who needs you. Somebody out there that's waiting on you. Somebody out there that's reaching out to you and you don't even know that they are. Sometimes the ones with the biggest smile on their faces are the ones who need you the most. Sometimes you got to hit up your strong people and ask your strong people, are they okay? Because if you don't, it might be too late. Because I'm one of those faces who played strong for too long. I played strong for too long. And then I broke. But I realized after I broke that my pain is going to help somebody. My pain is going to encourage somebody. My pain is going to build somebody. Because there's somebody out there like me who needs me. With that being said, build your empire.